Hi, I'm a high-speed self-portrait artist, monster whisperer, and author of written books, Guy Bass. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about how this became this. Stitchhead and Stitchhead, the graphic novel. So I wrote this book, Stitchhead, way back in something like 2011, when dinosaurs roamed the earth and only 18% of the population knew what a pangolin was. Expertly illustrated by Pete Williamson, who does these very cool, dark, and sinister illustrations. And this book is all about this chap here, Stitchhead, the long-forgotten first creation of mad Professor Erasmus. And Stitchhead now hides away in the shadows of sinister Castle Grotesque, only coming out to cure the mad professor's subsequent creations of their monstrousness as they become increasingly savage as the years go on. So I want to tell you a little bit about how this transitioned into this, Stitchhead, the graphic novel. I've been a fan of comic books basically since I can remember. It's basically how I learned to read. It's mostly what I read when I was growing up. I still read as many comics as I do books. And I've often fantasized about adapting one of my books into graphic novel format. And this seemed like the perfect one. So I want to talk a little bit just about how that process happened. So I'm going to pick a little bit in the book and talk you through it. So there's a part in the book where Stitchhead, it's basically a flashback. Stitchhead is remembering what happened after he was created by the young professor, and they were the best of friends and they'd hang out. And then the professor's father took the professor out of his playroom and locked Stitchhead inside. And Stitchhead was left there, locked inside, for years. And he waited there, sitting there by the door, just waiting for the young professor to come back for him. And he never did. And one of the really lovely things about that section was an illustration. My favorite illustration in the entire Stitchhead series. There it is. It's just a picture of Stitchhead sitting, waiting quietly, looking expectant but forlorn, slightly confused. And he's been there so long that a spider has spun its web on his body and is just hanging off his ear. And that, more than anything else, was the inspiration for the graphic novel, because when I saw that, I had this picture in my mind of how the graphic novel could look. That we would actually show the passing of time, show that sequence through illustrations. And so that lone picture eventually became this. So this is Stitchhead being created, hanging out with the professor. Note the incredible colouring by Cat Cass Art, and an awesome artwork by Pete Williamson. And this is the final spread of Stitchhead. In the passing of time, Stitchhead waits day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, until finally he gathers dust and loses hope, and then is freed by that huge chicken dog. I'm unbelievably proud of this book. Everyone has done an incredible job. I had a whale of a time adapting it. Choosing what story to tell, what not to tell, describing all of the pages and the panels, and then basically just waiting for Pete to work his magic. So I hope you managed to find a copy. in your bookshop or local library and enjoy. Cheers.